YouTube just changed their algorithm, and small channels that learn how to use it are going to blow up fast. Just like this channel that we took from 0 to over 100,000 subscribers in under 10 months. You see, the old YouTube algorithm used to look at your videos first. They looked at your click-through rate, how long viewers watch your videos, but now all they look at is the viewers themselves. If you talk to YouTube's AI, they legitimately tell you that YouTube is a mirror to your audience's interests. And on the first channel that I ever started, I made content about me, like this video right here. I got this idea from a popular creator at the time, and I thought, well, if it worked for him, why won't it work for me? Well, the reason why it worked for him was because of his audience interests. He already had millions of people who subscribed to him and wanted a more intimate look on his finances. But I had 100 subscribers and none of them really cared what stocks I was buying. So it makes sense that even though I copied a proven idea in my niche, the video still flopped, while his stood out. But after I chatted with YouTube a bit more, they told me something that I've come to find is make or break for the over 200 plus channels that we help run. And it's really what separates the channels that blow up in their first few videos to the ones that stay stuck under 1,000 subscribers for months. But once you understand it, YouTube will allow your channel to start getting the reach that it really deserves, which leads to you growing, getting monetized, and making money. And that is simply that you have to understand your viewers when and where. You see, the YouTube algorithm is smarter than you might think. In fact, it knows almost everything about you. It knows when you're on your phone versus when you're on your TV, and it knows that you like to watch certain content in the mornings and at night. It knows that on every Sunday after 8 p.m., you go on a 3-hour conspiracy theory binge that you'll regret the morning after. Not speaking from experience or anything. And it is your job as a creator to understand your audience on the level of their 2 a.m. thoughts as well. And there's a specific way to do this with AI that actually allows you to use Google's data for your audience to learn exactly how they consume. So that way you can make content that YouTube serves them on a silver platter. Now, you've probably heard of ChatGPT, Claude, and probably even Google's Gemini. But I'll take a bet that unless you're really deep into AI, you haven't heard of Gemini's Deep Research feature. Deep Research is a tool that scholars, advertisers, and large companies use to scrape the millions of websites on Google to learn a lot more about topics or people. And what this allows you to do is see exactly what your audience currently cares about. It will run through tens of thousands of YouTube comments, Reddit threads, and websites that your viewers are actively participating in. So I'm gonna send this to @home-Linden and let's run through it together. So first things first, you wanna open up Gemini, and then now once you're in Gemini, what you wanna do is you want to click the plus icon and then go down to more tools and then click Deep Research. And then what you wanna do is you wanna ask it to find the desires and pain points of your target audience. So I could say, give me the desires and pain points of my audience. They are small YouTubers that are trying to reach their first 1,000 subscribers. And now we will go ahead and click enter. So from here, it generates a plan, and then all you have to do is go ahead and click Start Research. Now this does take a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and come back in a second and see what it comes up with. All right, so it is finished the research. So now it essentially has identified all of the primary desires and the pain points for our audience. So the motivational architecture of emerging content creators is around monetization, algorithmic proof of concept, and professional legitimacy. Makes sense. So from here, escaping the algorithm cold start, identity transition, and professional legitimacy. So trying to basically become a professional content creator. Then we have all the different pain points here. Click-through rate is a huge pain point that people go after, AVD. Right now, a lot of them are relying on generic visuals, low contrast text, or misplaced timestamp overlays, or obscuring key title elements. They have extended intros, delayed payoffs, filler commentary, and lack of visual hooks, and over-relying on high competition broad search keywords or creating unindexed general commentary, which makes sense. That's typically what I recommend against. So then it gives us the strategy around that. Production bottlenecks, it talks about that. Shorts to long form watch time disconnect. So yeah, basically looking at that. Then isolation, social friction, and delayed view processing. So being lonely on the journey, being embarrassed to show people their YouTube channel because they're afraid they're gonna look like, oh, I'm trying so hard and I'm not doing well. You know, like that's a classic thing that everyone struggles with. Then you have content output metrics and realities. Then you have the destructive dynamic of reciprocal subscription and artificial growth. Yeah, a lot of people tried to go sub for sub, which doesn't work, or they try to buy subs. Then they have, the audience misalignment. Basically, it just breaks down super in depth everything that they do wrong. So same thing here, low cost baseline. And then it shows all of the sources in case you want to go and you want to dig and do your own research as well. So now I have a very clear idea of where exactly my audience is at. And so you can really use this as the foundational thing behind your videos, where in your scripts, you can even export this and then feed it into Claude or another scripting software that you're using using. And with this, you can really talk to your audience at a much deeper level, which is what creates insane retention on YouTube. So this is an extremely powerful tool that not many people know about. And I use this literally every time I'm writing a very important script, especially if I'm going after kind of like a new audience or talking about a new topic. And it's not sexy, but it's what gets results. Now you want to take this information, start tying it into your scripts, your thumbnails, your titles, and also change your video lengths to fit your audience's preferred device type. If you find the majority of your audience watches on their mobile phone, you want to make your videos shorter. And if you find that they like to watch on their TV, make them longer. Now, this isn't the sexy new YouTube cheat code that you were probably looking for, but this is the boring stuff that actually is going to get you results. But there's actually one more change that YouTube recently made, and it's changed the way that successful YouTube creators create content. You see, if we time travel back to 2 years ago, the YouTube homepage looked like this. But if we go on YouTube right now and we look on the homepage, it looks like this. Now, instead of all long form videos, majority of the real estate on the homepage is now taken up by shorts. Same for YouTube search. Now, whenever you search something, even on my computer, you're still gonna get bombarded by shorts. And looking at the data, we can see that shorts views have absolutely skyrocketed over the last few years. I mean, look, in 2021, YouTube Shorts had 30 billion daily views. And if we look just last year in 2025, it has done over 200 billion views, which is a huge increase. And we're not seeing that slow down anytime soon. Because right now the platform has over 2 billion monthly active users, and approximately 175 million of those are in the United States. And creators can earn anywhere from 1 cent to 6 cents for 1,000 views on a YouTube short, which if you're taking advantage of the growing 200 billion plus views every single day, that can add up to a significant amount of revenue. This means that we need to adapt as creators or else we're going to get left behind. I mean, YouTube Shorts is literally the fastest way to grow a long form channel, but you don't just want to spam shorts and expect your channel to blow up. YouTube actually looks for equal distribution of shorts, longs, and lives. So for every long form video, you want to post 2 shorts because this keeps your ratio of short form content to longs balanced. And in every single short form video that you produce, you want to link back to your long form videos using the related video setting during uploading. Now, YouTube has said multiple times that channels who post both types of content are getting pushed more by the algorithm. But what actually makes a good YouTube short? Well, I want you to meet George. And George has been trying to grow on YouTube, but he just can't break past that 1,000 subscriber mark. He feels like he's doing literally everything right. He's looking for outlier videos that have high views and low subscribers, and then he remakes them for himself. He then follows the advice of all the other YouTube gurus, but then whenever he clicks upload, the video flops. Now, Jimmy, on the other hand, is in the same exact spot. Brand new channel and wants to get monetized fast. But he does things a little bit differently. He picks a niche where he's an expert in, vegetarian cooking. He has a ton of experience there. Then he uses AI to essentially figure out what the biggest pain points are for his audience. They don't understand how to get enough protein while sticking to a vegetarian diet. Plus, they struggle to make consistent meals that actually taste good. He also looks and realizes that majority of his audience are watching cooking videos on their TV, and mostly in the afternoons after they get off work because they want to put something together for dinner. Then he does the exact same thing as George. He goes and finds outlier videos around his pain point of high protein food and then takes these ideas and makes them vegetarian. But he makes them even longer, around 20 to 30 minutes per video, because he knows that longer videos tend to get pushed more to TV viewers. Then he also records 2 short form versions of his long form videos showing how to make the recipes in under a minute, and then links it back to the full video for people to see a much more in-depth explanation of the recipe. And boom, Jimmy's first video gets 100,000 views and his short gets 300,000. This is exactly what we did on Heather's channel, getting her over 300,000 views on her first video posted, where she had 0 subscribers beforehand. You see, YouTube isn't as hard as you think, and if you approach it the right way from the start and understand that the algorithm isn't a black box, it's simply just a person. And if you can understand that person, then you're gonna grow fast. And there's actually a strategy that I've started doing recently that's allowed me to understand my viewers at a deeper level and write for them in a way that keeps them engaged until the end of the video. So go ahead and check out this video next, where I talk about the Hemingway theory and teach you how to keep viewers glued until the end.